What a win, guys! What a win! Uh, I am coming to you from my living room because my ceiling fan, and air conditioner aren't working. So, a different background this time around, but nevertheless, a good result, a much needed result. But before I start, can you please let me know if my voice is audible or not? Because I want this to be going as smooth as possible. Uh, Please do let me know if my voice is audible, please. I think I am audible. I don't think many people have joined in, but I hope I'm audible. Great win, guys. First of all, Aoife Mannion, welcome back to the WSL. First game of the season that she started, and what a performance! I think this has to go down in the history books of Atanu because this was a wonderful performance from Aoife Mannion, not just uh, because this was against Arsenal, but because she was coming after a long time out. She was coming after a knee injury with an ACL injury, and I've used this particular quote that I'm going to recite now. I've used this particular quote a lot of times. I've used this with Maria Torres daughter, Mary Earps, Kirsty Hansen, but right now the living embodiment of this quote is Aoife Mannion, and I think you all know what quote I'm going to recite now. It ain't about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done, and that's how Aoife Mannion has done today. She's come back from a long time out of playing football, and she was available since I think January, since New Year, but she has just played her first game. Like she has just started her first game of the season in the WSL this time around, and I think she was the player of the match. Let me just keep it in front of you. Let me just say it before I forget about it, because what a performance, guys! I think if Aoife Mannion wasn't there in the defense today, we could have conceded a lot of goals. And I think she made sure that we win this. And what a way! Like, I know I'm alone today. I am usually with Namrata on this stream, and that's why I've forgotten to do a banner as well. So let me just uh, wait with the 2 a.m. member. Um, sorry for the Sorry for the delay. Just ensuring that it's looking visually appealing, basically. So yeah, I've added that. United 1-0 Arsenal live match reaction with Atanu. Uh, Alessia Russo scoring against Arsenal. It's a match made in heaven. It's a tradition that goes back to years. Last season as well, we saw how many times she has scored the winner. Last, like in the reverse fixture as well, she scored the winner, and today as well she scored the winner. And I feel that Alessia Russo against Arsenal is like Marcus Rashford against Paris Saint-Germain, because you always know that they're going to get a goal. Like they'll somehow get a goal. And today as well, Alessia Russo scoring a goal, adding to her goal tally this season. And I often feel that, uh, you know, this season she's not been that consistent. Like I'll be very honest, that's my own personal opinion, because there have been games where she's not able to perform up to her best self, and that's fine, and that's football. But she makes up for it with these performances, and I feel so happy that Alessia Russo is part of Manchester United. And this is an indication to everybody who's out there, particularly uh, John Murto and Polly Bancroft, that please get the contract sorted out. We need Alessia Russo, we need Ona Bhatia, we need Mary Earps. And honestly, if we aren't proactive enough right now, we might end up losing a few of those of the three, or maybe all of them. So hopefully they are listening to this match reaction, or they're watching me with my shit takes. Uh, Let me just reiterate: Namrata isn't present today. She ditched me at the last moment. I'm just kidding. Um, she wasn't able to make here today because, as you can tell, it's 2 a.m. right now, and unlike me, she's got work to do. I'm just a student who doesn't study. But here's the basically, you see how dark it is outside. So it's 2 a.m. right now in my country, and I don't think I'll be able to sleep until like 4 a.m. because these types of matches, like it's like an adrenaline shot into the body because you understand how much this club means, you understand how much this win means, because honestly, in our title hopes, I'll still say title hopes, this was a big hurdle and we've crossed that. But kudos to Aoife Mannion and Mary. I think everybody played well. I'm not going to diss anyone this time around. And let me just apologize to not. I'll not apologize. Like my criticism has been valid, I feel, but credit to Nikita Paris for performing so well today. I think this was one of her best performances in the United shirt. She tracked back from the get go. She was helping out Ona Bhatia with the ball progression by going a little deeper than she usually does. And whenever Alessia Russo was on the wing, or whenever Alessia Russo was deep into the midfield for the ball progression, Nikita Paris made sure that she was right where she needed to be to ensure that she took up the space that was left behind by Russo, so that Arsenal don't, overload that position, so that United's center attack gets nullified. And I feel Nikita Paris today was nothing short of phenomenal. I feel player of the match shouts, like many players performed well, so that is why it's a little difficult. But I feel Aoife Mannion just is one step ahead of Nikita Paris in this race for the player of the match award today from Atanu Wadwa's side. I don't know in reality who got the player of the match reaction, but Aoife Mannion, I feel, has been phenomenal today. Nikita Paris has been phenomenal today, and even Maya Letessier. It was actually Maya Letessier's pass that led to, it was basically a pre-assist pass. And I feel whenever you're progressing the ball from the back and you know that you are not able to rely on the midfield for ball progression because there's an overload from Arsenal side in the midfield, I feel that those times you often need players like Maya Letessier who will do so well with their ball progression, who will ensure that they put those pinpoint through balls, or they put those pinpoint passes, and that's what Maya Letessier did today. Obviously, it wasn't playing from the back per se, but I think Maya Letessier's pass to Nikita Paris and that Nikita Paris's cutback, and that too such a pinpoint cutback. I'm in awe of Nikita Paris, and I feel if she continues to do this on a regular basis, I'll be very happy to have been proved wrong. That, like, you all know that I've been a little critical of her performances, but today I've got nothing bad to say because she was tracking back from the get go, like I mentioned, and this was one of the major problems that I had with her impact on the pitch. And today she proved me wrong. Like, I was a little worried of how our right wing would look, but everything was so efficient. And coming to Katie's LM, I feel the midfield overall did really well in the first half. Like, we were doing so well with the ball progression, we were quick with the ball progression, and we were more aggressive. And you could see that Katie's LM was not in all instances, but in some instances she was, playing that Ericsson role. I don't want to get ahead of myself and say that Katie's LM played the Ericsson role from the get go. But what I'm trying to say is that there were instances where both Hannah Blundell and Ona Bhatia were higher up the pitch. So that left Aoife Mannion and Maya Letessier in the back. And due to that, we could see that Katie's LM was trying to slot into the back line and basically play that first phase role of ball progression. And I feel I was talking to Tanmay actually, who's in the comments today. Uh, Such a shame he hadn't subscribed to our channel. When you've got friends like him, who needs enemies, guys? But the good thing is he's subscribed to it now. Welcome, Tanmay. So I was talking to Tanmay. We were discussing of how Leah Galton hasn't been able to progress the ball that well, of how she usually does. Like, we compared her performance today to the performance that she gave against Brighton in the league when we won 4-0. So we came to the conclusion that today Aoife Mannion was so solid in the back that Ona Bhatia didn't have to worry about tracking back every time. So she was a little higher up the pitch. That left Maya Letessier as the right centre back and Aoife Mannion as the centre back. And we could see that either Hannah Blundell or Katie Zellem was slotting as the left centre back, basically forming a part of that back line. And due to this, whenever Hannah Blundell was part of the back line of the back three, which is basically a pseudo back three because obviously during build up it will change to a back two with Hannah Blundell going into the left back role. But we could see that whenever Blundell was little deeper into the defense, Leah Golton wasn't able to get the service that she usually gets. She was trying to get the ball, but there were instances where all of the Arsenal defenders on Arsenal's right hand side were too focused on Leah Golden, and that's why she wasn't able to perform that well. I'm not saying that she performed bad, but obviously comparing her performance to the Brighton game, she wasn't able to have a lot of impact on the pitch. And another thing was that Ella Toon, like with Ona Bate higher up the pitch, Ella Toon and Ona Bate link up really well. So they were linking up on the right hand side. There were instances in the first half where where Tooney and Leah linked up on the left hand side. But overall, I'd say that Leah Golton was isolated a lot of times today. So that is one of the reasons she wasn't able to make a big impact on the pitch. But other than that, I feel the referee was so adamant on giving yellow cards to everyone. Uh, and yeah, coming to yellow cards, I was actually seeing a few tweets from Arsenal fans. I'm not going to generalize it that all Arsenal fans are saying that, but I'm just going to say that I've seen people abuse Katie Zellem for causing the injury to Leah Williamson. I don't think that there was any contact between Leah Williamson and Katie Zellem. And secondly, even if you have to criticize, why are you abusing the player? So that is one of my main concerns, and I hope uh, we correct our actions, we humanize players a little more, because at the end of the day, they too are human beings. Uh, and honestly, I don't think there was any contact between Katie Selim and Leah Williamson. But it is what it is. I hope Leah Williamson's injury isn't a major one. It's always bad. It doesn't matter if it's an opposition player or if it's your own player. I personally don't feel happy, or I don't feel like celebrating whenever any player gets injured. So hopefully Leah comes back soon for Arsenal and for her national team as well. But other than that, I feel United this season, uh, like right now, I'm not going to criticize or anything, but I'm just going to say I hope we continue to make the right decisions that we did today in the future games, because the future games don't get any easier. We see that we have, I think, after this, like on Sunday, the Devs are playing the final, the Academy League Cup final, and after that, I feel we have a game against Spurs, then a game against City, and then Liverpool. Are three games left? Wait, let me check. I'm so bad at this. I should have done proper research actually. Sorry, guys. Can somebody let me know in the comments how many matches are left? Uh, yeah, we play Villa. Oh my god. I remember how Namrata used to, in the last few shows, she used to say she's dreading to watch us play against Villa because Villa are the dark horses of this season. I just forgot we have to play Villa as well. It's going to be tough. And it's in 8 days actually. Like it's basically on 28th. Another 11:45 p.m. kickoff. Oh god. But it's fine. So basically in not 1 week's time, I feel it's on, yeah, basically 8 days, we face Aston Villa, and then we face Tottenham Hotspur. Then we have our FA Cup final against Chelsea. Then we have the City game, and then we have the Liverpool game, the final game of the season. It's quite close this season. United are currently at the top of the table. We are 4 points ahead of Chelsea, but Chelsea have two games in hands, and we are actually 6 points ahead of Arsenal. They have a game in hand, and we are 6 points ahead of City, and they have a game in hand. But I don't know. Like honestly, I'm a little concerned. I'm not going to say anything unless and until it's quite official and it's quite clear. But it's going to be tough. What I am happy about is that we are scoring more open play goals this season, because mostly I feel last season we were so adamant on scoring set pieces goals or goals from penalties. So obviously open play goals were there, but we've improved a lot. We've made huge strides. There's no denying that, and honestly feel that much of it comes down to how consistent our backline has been this season. Uh, I feel consistent the backline has been in the sense that you can always rely on Ona Bhatia to give a 9 out of 10 performance in every game. And today as well, I'm sorry I have not mentioned Ona Bhatia because I was actually looking at the stats, and Ona actually made 5 or 6 tackles. She won 9 duels. She made 8 recoveries, and she also dribbled past defenders. Her goals, her passes into the final third were quite useful as well in testing the Arsenal's defense. But overall, I'd say she did have a quiet game, but she made up for it in terms of her defensive ability. And Rachel Williams, as always, made a huge impact. One of the best things that I love about Rachel Williams is that actually, she got tackled. I don't know whether it was Jen BT or who, but she got tackled. She stood up and then she started pressing again. And I felt that in that instant, if I was a player, I would have been, laying down and time wasting. But she saw the opportunity that Arsenal might, tend to lose their focus because Rachel Williams was on the ground. But she stood up and then she started pressing within a matter of 2-3 seconds, and I feel that really tells you how much of an impact she likes to make on the pitch. And Hannah Blundell also had a good game, I'd say. Obviously, she's not that press resistant, but she makes up for it with her link up. And today we try to do a little like we changed like we brought in Aoife Mannion, and that worked really well in our favor. And I don't know how we're going to go ahead. With full respect to Millie and Mannion both, uh, like I'd say that Mannion's performance should be rewarded with another start against Villa, but we don't know what the manager would think. And I honestly feel that I've been too critical on Mark on, but on from my own side as well. But much of it is valid. Sometimes I do go overboard basically. Sorry, not overhead. What is happening to my English? But yeah, uh, yellow cards, guys. Coming back to the yellow cards, uh, I think 4 players got yellow card. Hannah Blundell got a yellow card towards the end of the game. Ona got a yellow card for a handball. Haley Ladd's yellow card. I didn't honestly. Okay, fine. Yellow card. Katie Zellem got a yellow card. Like honestly, there were yellow cards all around. But coming back to United this season, we've conceded the least amount of goals. We've scored the most amount of goals, and that has been our story this season. And top scorer as of now in the league is Alessia Russo with 9 goals. 9 goals, guys. This is really good. And people might say 9 goals, that isn't much, but you have to look at it in a way where not Alessia Russo is not the only player who scored goals. Leah Colton is on 8, Lucia Garcia is on 6, Rachel Williams is on 4, Tooney is on 3, Ladd is on 3, Zellem is on 3. Then in terms of assists, Ona Bhatti and Ella Toon are fighting it out amongst themselves to see who gets the most assists in the league this season for United. And that's it. Like this is what I have done my research on as of now, because I was too excited after the win. You might not sense my excitement, but honestly, I'm a little tired because I've been awake since 8, not 8, 6:30 a.m. basically. But yeah, that's not an excuse for my if I'm not feeling excited. I am excited, and actually, honestly speaking, Namrata has mentioned a lot that she's dreading to face Villa. I was actually dreading to face Arsenal because Arsenal are a weekend team, and I thought we might be complacent and we might end up not getting the 3 points. But I'm happy I've been proved wrong. What a wonderful performance! Really good, really, really good. Before I leave, I have a gift for all of you. Enjoy this clip of our goal scorer today.
Her name is Alessia Russo. She went to college, United brought her home. She plays up front and she plays out on the wing. She scares defenders, the family army sing. Her name is Alessia Russo. She went to college, United brought her home. She plays up front and she plays out on the wing. She scares defenders, the family army sing.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. What a wonderful video from our very own Susie. Uh, I'll go through the comments a little. Tanmay is mentioning football heritage. I think he's referring to Alessia Russo's performance today, and that is actually football heritage. Alessia Russo scoring against Arsenal. Uh, Susie mentions Paris playing where she should play, and Lacey played in her correct position, and we got a goal. Exactly. I feel a lot of times we see Alessia Russo either too deep into the midfield or she's on the right wing, and Nikita Paris is the striker. But today we saw players in their natural position, and it worked well in our favor. I know the scoreline was only 1-0, but that isn't a reflection of how we played today. I think we played a lot better than we did against Brighton. We were a lot more defensively stable. We were more proactive from the get go. I know in the second half, in between around the 50th minute and the 65th, between the 50 to 65th minute, we looked like we might concede. And that comes down to how you had to make some changes, how you had to bring in some fresh legs. Tanmay mentions Aoife, Keats, Maya, top three players on the pitch tonight. I absolutely agree with Tanmay. Aoife, I feel, was amazing. I'd put Aoife, Maya, and then Keats because of how defensively stable Aoife and Maya were. But that isn't a dig at Keats. Keats was amazing, and as I've already mentioned, I think this was one of her best performances in a United shirt. Uh, Wait. Uh, Lanzel says, yes, Tanu, we got the job done, so I take it. Exactly. I feel there are chances of, like, obviously, we can improve in terms of our goal scoring, in terms of our lethalness in front of the goal. But overall, I'd say this was a very crucial game, and I'm really happy with the 3 points. 1-0, 3-1, 3-2, 10-0, whatever the score line would have been. I feel 3 points is all that matters right now. Obviously, we need to play some silky smooth football. We need to play some good football to ensure we assert our dominance over the opposition, and we incite a fear amongst them, like in them, so that whenever they come out to play, they think that United might end up winning. Like they've already lost in their mind. Basically, from that perspective, I'm speaking that we need to ensure that from the minute they step on the pitch, uh, the opposition feels they've lost the game. That's the amount of pressure that I want the opposition to be in, and for that to happen, we need to score more goals in the games. But today was fantastic. Aoife Mannion looking solid, playing out from the back, looked so calm. I absolutely agree, Lanzel. I feel this change worked in our favor, and kudos to Mark for doing this because honestly, I feel Millie Turner in the last few games hasn't been able to perform up to her level best, and maybe it's fatigue. And today we saw when she was coming on that she had taped her quadriceps. I hope she's not injured, and I hope it's nothing serious. But it gives a well-deserved rest to Millie Turner as well, who uh, you know who knows that with competition she has to play much better. And I hope this is basically healthy competition. And we all know Aoife Mannion and Millie Turner are like good teammates as well. We all saw the celebration in the semi-final. The love they have for each other. It's amazing how like the cohesion of this team right now is on another level. I know whenever like there have been instances where we've lost, there have been instances where we've drawn the games, but the team camaraderie is there, and I feel that this is what we need right now. This is what will help us in the longer run when we have a good balanced side of team, a good balanced side of our squad together. There's cohesion, there's balance, and that's all that matters right now. uh, that's it from my side. Ramu has mentioned Magic Latest here. Oh my god, this might be the first time Ramu has actually commented on my stream. I'm so happy today. The FPL King is here, guys. He's actually the Brighton scout for us because he lives in Brighton. But Ramu, thank you so much for coming, man. It felt nice to see that you've come on Atanu's stream. Uh, Paul mentions Mannion was awesome. Paul, absolutely right, man. Mannion was amazing, and like I've already mentioned in the starting of the, I said starting of the game, in the starting of the stream that Aoife Mannion won us the game today. And I know people might think that I'm taking away the credit from Russo, Maya Letizia, Nikita Paris, and other players, but it is actually true. The way our defense was more stable today, it comes down to the fact that Aoife Mannion is coming after a long time, but she's got minutes under her belt. She played for Ireland, I feel. Uh, Ireland, right? Yes. So that was fantastic. And guys, that's it from my side. And I hope you like the video with me only. I honestly prefer if Namrata is with me or somebody else is with me, because if I keep talking, I often feel like I'm talking BS basically. Uh, Thank you for bearing me today. Hopefully, in the next stream, we'll get Namrata back, or we'll have some more people on. And till then, take care, stay safe, enjoy this win, embrace that we're at the top of the table. Start praying that Chelsea somehow drops points, manifest it, and I honestly feel that manifestation power, like we all have manifestation power, and it actually works. And I feel if there is a chance that we can, uh, you know we can pray that Chelsea drops points, it would be amazing, because I believe in this team. I've said it a lot of times that I feel this team is really good. This team is worthy of winning trophies. I have been a lot I've been harsh on the manager, but that doesn't take away the fact that we've done well. We've made huge strides, and hopefully from now on the positives from this game can be taken to the next level. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that we did well today. Let's keep this momentum. Let's do well in the next game as well. Let's not fumble. Let's not give up the momentum. And I feel this team is going to do wonders. There's an FA Cup final as well. Will be our first FA. This will be our first cup final, I feel. Uh, and I feel really happy in the last team as well. I was like, this is what's going to be this is what's going to help us in the longer run. So yeah, manifest it, like Marcus is mentioning. My manifested Chelsea loss is equal to belief. I don't know if he's trying to be sarcastic, but yeah, my brain cells are shutting off right now because I'm in a dire need of sleep. It's 2:22 a.m. right now, 2222. So good time to manifest good things. Chelsea lost, Chelsea lost, Chelsea dropping points, please, please. And not only dropping points, losing in the FA Cup final as well. Like United winning in the FA Cup final and Chelsea losing. So, yeah, guys, it's 2:22. Auspicious time, I feel. I don't know how it works, or whether it's 1:11 or 11:11. I don't know. But yeah, hopefully good things from now on. Like obviously good things are happening till now as well, but better things, like more than good. So thank you so much for tuning into the channel, and take care, stay safe. Thank you for bearing me today. I know I've taken 30 minutes of your time, and if you like this video, do share the video. Do drop in a comment if you'd like to see something else from our side. If you'd like to come on and talk about something, do let us know on Twitter. Drop us a DM. Our handle is at the rate only one United Club. and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. We are quite close to 1.5k subscribers, and honestly I feel it's not about the subscriber count or the views count. It's more about how we are trying to build a community of united women supporters, and our main area of expertise will be the women's team, because we want to be known as a community of united fans coming together to support the women's team primarily. Obviously we support the club as well, but our focus right now is towards the women's team and the men's team, like both on the same pedestal. I feel men's team are playing on the weekend, right? So hopefully a good game for them as well. The academy is playing, like the Academy League Cup final is on Sunday. We are playing Chelsea in the Academy League Cup final. So if there is a stream, we'll let you know on Twitter. Do tune into that, and thank you for joining us. Take care. I've said this thing, take care, stay safe, so many times, but honestly, guys, uh, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and I'm sure uh, I'll tune into a match reaction again soon. So, bye bye. Keep supporting Manchester United. Manifest the Chelsea dropping points thing, guys, please.